दोस्तों my 15th of October video which was about no lawyer should become a judge and make very strict laws to prosecute lawyers and judges apparently has shaken countries, yeah. And so some lawyers have of course some lawyers I'm told have got scared. Some are getting a little aggressive, etc., and some said that probably they might complain. So I really asked them, honestly, put your hand on your heart, right, and ask yourself, you can really go ahead and complain. There are tons and tons of complaints which are going on, and I've made tons of complaints against people, etc. But what is that going to do? Yeah. Are you saying? Are you so? Which means you're telling me that you want to complain against someone who's bringing out the truth and really the truth and nothing but the truth. Yeah. Because I've been told that by several people, including some the legal professionals, some media folks, etc., and some of the other friends and family, that they've never seen such rock solid recommendations ever before in the history of courts and in the and of course the entire judicial system. So this is absolutely the first time somebody is making these kind of real rock solid recommendations, which is really the need of the hour and is going to benefit millions and millions of people suffering across country. Yeah. So it's about it's not about, of course, kind of trying to put blame or probably point fingers onto anyone, etc. No, it is the system that I'm talking about, as you guys would see in some of my earlier videos, etc. And if you I encourage you and I really ask you guys that uh, uh, you know. Go and put your hand on the most loved ones that you love in your life, whether it's your kids or your wife, etc. उनके सर पे हाथ रख के ask yourself that whatever you guys have been doing or are doing, well, there's a very small percentage who really do cases, etc., ethically, but by and large, the legal world is like that, right? So one is that if you really, if at all you love, any of your family members, etc. So sometimes that doesn't become true, and or probably if that's not the case, you should go to the temple, mandir mein jaake ya gurudwara mein jaake, etc. Wherever, put your hand on the God's head, right, and ask yourself, take an oath that whatever you guys are doing, for the suffering millions and zillions, and trying to screw up the legal system, and of course all the cheating, frauds, etc. If you were in the litigant's place, what would you have felt and what would you have done, right? You guys also would have, of course, your kids, family, etc., boyfriends, girlfriends, right? Or if there are some people who even do not believe in God, well, there are some people which are there on the planet, right? Put your hand on your head, yourself, right? And I think you should really ask yourself, I think these are the only three options probably, usually in the legal world. पहले जो होता था kind of, you used to put hand and take oath, etc. These days, really, all those things really don't matter, because unfortunately, that's the hard reality and the of the legal system, right? And you would recall that probably if you look back in some of my earlier videos and posts, I have praised several lawyers, including the likes of, if you see, advocate Pankaj Peer, who is a very good family lawyer in one of these the South Delhi courts. Tejas Mehra, he is very well qualified and excellent lawyer across Supreme Court and High Court. And then we've got the other one, good one I've met is Akar Bharadwaj. He's also into the family matters, etc. Very bright and very competent at the Tisazari court. And that brings me to a point that when I was meeting this guy, Akar, so I tried to ask him, okay, so is this the best deal you can give, when you are the kind of pricing and of course the fee that you charge? Guess what he said? He said, sir, मंडी लगी हुई है, आप अभी यहाँ से बाहर निकलोगे, आपके पीछे 10-12 लॉयर के चमचे लग जाएंगे, right? And you know what it is like, thesis courts, right? Thesis court is like a literally looks like a mandi also, matlab, no, unlike the other courts, as you see, where there are little better kind of setup, etc. Yeah. So there are, he said, sir, यहाँ पे, आप बाहर जाओगे, कुत्ते भी घूम रहे होंगे, and then probably, there'll be, of course, all these people, like a mandi, they'll try to, approach you and hound you, कि ना sir, मेरे को ले लो, etc. And they'll start, giving you cards, etc. Well, that's real, right? So I really want to ask, each of you guys that probably there is a long way, and I think that's real, truth and nothing but the truth, right? Do enough of soul searching, etc. With these people, and talk to people, etc. And then you will see that, of course, I think what really needs to improve, right? And it's not about that. It's basically, if you look at that, well, get me the right justice, and we shall salute you lifelong. All right. So see you guys till next time. Adios.